Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. So my name is Samantha. Guys, I'm just curious. Did you hear Biden has COVID again? Like, I know people get COVID, but how many times now has President Biden had COVID? I mean, you would think their biosecurity at the White House and in Air Force One and every vehicle that he gets into and every place that he goes to is more secure and high tech than you and I could ever hope for. Yet every time we turn around, Biden has COVID. Well, he's sequestered and he's going to work from home to run the country because we all believe that. Let me tell you something. You know what I see happening? This is how they're going to remove Biden. They're going to say that this was the worst COVID, that he had some secondary infections and it progressed to meningitis or some other nonsense. And Biden's mental decline was due to that. And he is, not able any longer to run for president. Yep. Because they're looking. Look, his cabinet, the entire Democrat elite, as they call themselves, the globalists, are looking for a reason and a way to remove this man. Now, interesting thing. Biden was the one that kept screaming, if you had your vaccines and the correct amount in the correct way, your chances of getting COVID were almost none.
CDC is saying, and what the CDC is not saying. The CDC is saying they have concluded that fully vaccinated people are at a very, very low risk of getting COVID-19.
Mr. President, is COVID still a national emergency?
It's a necessity to deal with making sure it doesn't become one.
This was leaked recently.
And it's the doctors you find. Remember I said I want to do small doses. Small doses. When you feed a baby, Bobby, a vaccination that has like 38 different vaccines, and it looks like it's meant for a horse, not a 10-pound or 20-pound baby. It looks like you should be giving a horse this. And do you ever see the size of it? Right? It's this massive. And then you see the baby all of a sudden starting to change radically. I've seen it too many times. And then you hear that it doesn't have an impact, right? But you and I talked about that a long time ago.
This is Donald Trump.
Saying this, folks, look above my head. Look at it, it's on your screen right now. Is the CDC's vaccine schedule for babies, not children, newborn to 2-month-old babies. The vaccine schedule, if you look, is supposed to be give one injection, come back 3 weeks, 6 weeks later, give another injection. But what they do because of insurance companies not wanting to pay for individual doctor's appointments for your baby because they cheap, they have you come in and they give 2 to 4 vaccines at the exact same time to your baby. That's what they do. That's the truth. So, I'm gonna leave it. Sorry, everybody. I had to come get a tire. My back right tire isn't working right. But I wanted to ask you guys, so what do you think? Do you think this is how they're going to get Biden out of the presidential running? I do. I personally do. I'm not the only, content creator out there saying it. Watch this.
Emergency. That just so happens to be COVID, by the way. He's had COVID multiple times. He's vaccinated. He's boosted, which is, whatever. He says, out of nowhere, he got COVID, by the way. Out of nowhere. But he says that he will step down if a medical emergency occurs. That's the only way Joe Biden would step down if a medical emergency occurs. He was coming out of the actual shooter, how long the Secret Service actually knew that the guy was a risk, that the guy was a danger, to President Trump, but they still let it happen. We got to talk about a lot of things. So
guys, most of you already know we're heading back to Maui August 1st through the 12th to meet with the king to work on the Hawaiian People's Sovereignty Act to give the fire victims a year later a platform to speak on and pass out cash money to these victims. If you'd like to sew into this mission trip, folks, please pray about it and see what you can do. If everybody would send $1, we'd have $51,000 to pass out to people who are losing everything. It's been a year, guys. It's been a year. They're just handing out the very first rebuild permits to the homeowners. They're still required to pay their mortgages. If they had insurance, FEMA didn't help them at all. It's insane. Over 5,000 people have left the island due to the fire in a year, and most of those indigenous Hawaiians. Please, I know people want to talk about Gaza and they want to talk about, people's rights. These are American citizens who want to be sovereign citizens of the Hawaii royal family. You can make that happen. You can row with us. We can make a difference, but we all have to row in the same direction and be in one accord. Love you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. And by the way, we have a backup channel called Life with Sam in Louisiana. Go check it out.